Ellen Dragon, class of '82. Soccer player from 79 '82. I'm happy to say that. It was back in actually 1979 that we started with a club team. And then we started our illustrious soccer careers in officially 1980. As a result, we have a total of approximately 12 NBAC championships, 8 sectional championships, 3 trips to the state Final Four, 1 trip to the state finals, and I think a whole lot to be proud of. In addition, we have a number of MVPs, league MVPs. And off the top of my head, and correct me if I screw this up, I think we've got our first league MVP, Christine Lauren. We got Rose Bjorn, who's also an MVP, league MVP.
Rose Bland, Chris Lauren.
Sarah Hanfield.
Sarah Hanfield, the league MVP. Keely Dwyer was an MVP.
So prior to our soccer team, we've actually also had pretty notable field hockey teams. And I'd just like to take a second to acknowledge the fact that in 76 to 79, we were co-champs in field hockey, and we've got 24 years of soccer. So what I'd like to do now, is give you a quick introduction to soccer. Starting in here, the decade 2000. Whitney, Nevada, class of 2005.
I wish they would send the players out. Whitney, Nevada. Jesse Trombley.
His mom, Marcia, is also on the field today. Danielle Tebow, 2003.
Danielle Tebow.
Heidi Moser, 2000.
Heidi Moser.
Melissa Lemire, 2000.
Melissa Lemire.
And Rose Bjorn, 2000.
Rose Bland.
Okay, the decade of the 90s. We've got, you know what, I'm just going to go down this list. I'm going to try to not chronologically, but Danielle Brown, 93.
Danielle down.
Elise Dozer was here. 1990.
Elise Dozer.
Heather Whiting, 97. Jenny Coolidge Langlois, 1990.
Coolidge, didn't hear what Heather's last name was.
Cortez, 97.
And Cortez.
Krista Dupree, 98.
Krista Dupree.
Kristen Rinkowski, 97.
Kristen Rinkowski.
Christy Moser, 98.
Christy Moser.
Amy Demars, 95.
Amy DeMars.
Randy Martin, 95.
Randy Martin.
Sarah Hanfield, 93.
Sarah Hanfield.
Katie Bouchard, 98.
Katie Bouchard.
In the 70s and 80s, we have Chris Coolidge Hampson, 87.
Chris Coolidge.
Christine Lauren, 82.
Chris Lauren.
Cindy Brown, 82.
Cindy Brown.
Deb Neville Old, 83.
Deb Olds.
Janice Gay Materno, 84.
Janice Laterno.
Lisa King, 84.
Lisa King.
Tina Dupree, 84.
Tina Dupree.
Lori LaFave, 87.
Lori LaFave.
Linda Poisson-Kahn, 80.
Lynn Poisson.
Marcia Stunsley Trombley, 82.
Marsha Studley
Carol
Trombley.
Lattimore Lyons, 85.
Carol Latrimore Lyons.
Marlene Earl Green, 82.
Marlene Green.
And the distinguished honor of oldest player down here will go to my sister Jo driving horse. 1977. And oh yeah, that's Rhonda Trombley O'Hagan, also from 77.
Okay. Hope you got those names. Wanda John Bleo Hagen, and I didn't quite get her sister's name.
Let me wrap this up, and I will very quickly, but I first, of course, have to have some thank you. This wouldn't have happened without the assistance of Rob McCullough, the Chazy Lions Club, the school, the Athletic Association, Lisa King, Christine Warren for keeping the soccer tradition alive here in Chazy even after we graduated. Thank you so much. And really, where would we be without our fans and our parents? I know that I can speak for my mom. She's been at a whole lot of soccer games, and we really appreciate that. And lastly, we're going to do, I think if I've got Kathy, Duffin, and Ryan coming over, we've got a quick presentation from the Athletic Association that we'd like to make. Yeah?
While they're waiting for that, I'll introduce myself. This is Calvin Castine. We're at Chazy Central Rural School. We were over on the other side, and
Quick reminder. Everybody, please come over to the weathercock after the sports alumni game. We'll have you there for
and we're here for the women's alumni game, and this will be the first game ever played on this new field.
We started off some of our first athletes in Chazy. Remember, athletics, Chazy came in 75, we were one first. I want to thank here beside me, Helen Dragona. A ton of work and time consuming it was, but she brought it all together, and I really appreciate all the time it took and the girls did too. Thank you very much, Helen.
Judy Bechard.
All right, let's play some soccer.
She was here before soccer. Before women's, girls soccer, that is. She was a field hockey player, I assume.
Before they start, the one thing that was mentioned, Mr. McAuliffe wanted to let everybody know that Rose Lamb was with a national championship team at Oneonta. So, watch out, Oneonta team.
Okay, Calvin Castine at Chazy Central Rural School. Chris Lauren is already thirsty. This is the first ever game to be played on this brand new field, which will on October 1st become George Brendler Field. And we were over on the other side, on the far side, getting set, and we saw people starting to gather along the fence, so we made our way over here, and before we got our camera set up, they started talking, so I guess they didn't really care if that part got on hometown cable or not, but I did, so we started taping with the camera sitting on the windowsill here. We have a brand new booth in this brand new field, and let me tell you, this is a huge, huge field, and these ladies will be gasping for air very, very shortly. Unfortunately for us, we will not recognize everybody out there, and Rob McAuliffe was going to try to get somebody up here to help us out. If that happens, great. If not, too bad. But see, there's no numbers on the unis here, no numbers, just shirts, and it's the gray against the green. Lori Lefebvre is going to be the goalie for the gray team, and I'm not sure if the green team has a goalie or not. Okay, Dupree. Okay, Christy Dupree is the goalie on the green team, and she's wearing a green shirt. 40-minute halves, we've been told, so this is going to go for a long time here. I think the halves will run longer than the players will. I've been told that they're not going to stop the clock for anything, so that would probably include ambulance calls. So ambulance calls, clock will keep running. They have 14 defibrillators on site. Nice shot. Lefebvre, that was a pretty good kick, a little punt.
Hey guys, out of breath. Just yelling at me.
Very nice day, temperature in the 70s, sunshine, clouds. Those folks who braved the elements to be here. Referees are John Sachs and Scott Wilson. It'll be a goal kick. Lauren just misses. Yeah, right. Janice back here saying, when's the substitution coming in? Keeping the pressure on Lefebvre. Nice stop. Debbie Olds will.
You get tired, sit down. You want Subway?
2-man, that's not illegal. And the goal kick, the ball has to clear the penalty area before it's touched. Should have been a re-kick on the goal kick. But I think the officials will bend the rules several times. Whitney Nevada out there, the red hair. Told her it was nice to see the old timers showing up. He was one of those old timers that graduated last year. That was Valan kicking it forward. Valan's sisters, I think right after Rose graduated, the family moved to the Syracuse area. Dupre makes the stop. It's in. Chris Lauren found the back of the net. She'll quit for the day now. It's all downhill from here. She might as well quit. Mother and daughter combination here. The Trombleys.
I wouldn't want to be in front of that leg. Who's it for?
Occasional go mom on the far side over there. Haven't heard any go grandmas yet though. Shot on net. Another missed kick from Lori Lefebvre. And the ball's put right back in on her. She'll handle this one. That goal will be the Sun goal. This field is directly in back of the old field, which is on the other side of those bleachers. So it runs east-west. So somebody has to be facing the Sun, either the fans, the players. Missing, just missing. Wilson will put it in play. Martin with the ball. The score clock is yet to come. We're able to see more of this field than I had anticipated.
Right there.
Yanked it kind of wide, huh? Green throw. Be a goal kick. This field is in pretty good shape. There's a blemish or two, but nothing major out there. This is future site of the George Brendler soccer field. And of course, home of the 2004 boys New York State Class D champions. Looks like Sarah Hanfield, the modified coach at Northeastern, taking the corner. Dupree with a stop.
She should be great. Yeah, she should be. You just walk out and let somebody play. I know, because...
Great throw.
A lot of the women would play this.
Being played on Labor Day weekend, September 3rd, 2005. And this is the Saturday following Hurricane Katrina. And, the gas prices have shot up to astronomical heights with no relief forecast. Heating fuels jumped out of sight. And people are dying in the South. And everybody is blaming everybody else. We need more people trying to solve the problem and less finger pointing. And the goal, Jesse Tremblay, 2004 graduate, I believe. All right, great team is playing with just 9 kickers on them at the moment. Now Randy Martin will sneak in from the side, coming out of the pits.
I was hoping that was going to be the end effect.
About a shot to Dupree.
Didn't happen.
They were supposed to be bringing me over a list of the participants,
That's what I was hoping for.
but nobody has made it over yet.
That's what we were hoping for.
But certainly this field in great shape, and
Already had that.
there's no doubt that this field would not be here except for the efforts and insistence of
Geez, I take it on both sides.
Rob McAuliffe,
Tried to time it just right.
It
Didn't really work.
current boys soccer coach. Let's see, I'm guessing we're only a little over halfway through the first half. 40-minute halves. Left-footed shot, far post. Marcia looking for a shot. Green team looking for another one. Faith trying to punt it out.
But it's just amazing that how much those things affect the kids' learning. And I never, like his behaviors, I told him, I said, we're the ambulance standing by. I need oxygen.
The Lions take the goal kick.
How's this compared to indoor? Oh, in the summer? Indoor. It is fun.
Corner kick.
We did, because I heard some people saying they didn't think they were going to do it. Oh, yeah. Right there.
A little shot. Send it right back in. First of 3, 14 left and a half. First of 3 games we'll be taping today. 2 alumni, then the Chazy boys are playing Johnsburg. The shot. Like Lemare taking it.
Alyssa, Right wing, maybe? I go out there, I know I'll die.
Dozer.
Right back out again.
Cortez follows up. Dozer brought it in, and Cortez finishes it off. The Lion will throw it in. Martin over to Nevada. Offside. Goal kick. Great throw. Oop. The ball was there a minute ago. Girls just want to have fun. Looks like Carol Latrimore Lyons taking the corner. He was one of the stars of the team when the team went to the States in '84. Less than 8 to go in the first half. Hard to say earlier, this game being played on September 3rd. The weekend following Labor Day weekend, the weekend following Hurricane Katrina. And gas prices have gone up 25 to 30% within a week's time. I'll remind everyone watching this that this is viewer-supported television. If you appreciate Hometown Cable being here, spending the day in Chazy, we need to hear from you. We need to know that people are watching this and they appreciate our efforts.
Kids are out there yelling for their
Ball comes to the 18.
Nice play, Joe. Oh!
There's a shot. Dupree's able to make the stop. Dupree with a nice save on a nice shot by Martin.
Nice pass back. That's it, Oh, really? Way to go, Amy.
Dupree will punt it out.
All right, Joe! Good play.
Missed kick. Olsen goes back. Ball stayed in. It bounced off John Sachs. Batter gets around Moser. How do you describe that? Like Amy's getting a little tired over there. It's a corner kick. Time has to be getting short here in the first half. 1 minute we're hearing.
Oh my God.
Green throw.
Good job out there. Crap. It's all right when you're 17, but when you're 40, you know, I'm sitting back on the goal line.
Come on, Amy! Go in! 20 seconds! Come on, Amy!
Mars.
Under girl, Amy! All right, get it in there! Oh! Good try, good try! Good try!
Dupree with the stop. Looks like oh, they're still playing. Looks like they're ready to call it a half. And that's it. It's halftime. The green team leading the gray here on Hometown Cable. And it looks like they're ready for a break. I have a little presentation to Judy Bechard, who helped get the girls program going here at Chazy.
So on behalf of the Chazy Athletic Association and all the girls, women's alumni that are here, in appreciation for all that you have given to the girls sports program at CCRS, the Chazy Athletic Association, along with players past and present, would like to say thank you. For over a quarter of a century, you have left an indelible mark on our athletic programs. With your passion for the games and the care and concern which you have shown each of your players, these qualities, even beyond victories and championships, will always be along with us. Thank you, Coach Bechard. Thank you so much for that. This is something I always cherish. I really appreciate it. I've been speaking to you this time. And thanks everybody, Coach Brendler, everybody, everyone that's helped out. Can't thank everyone and all the fans. Let the game begin. Oh no, group picture. Group picture first.
Second half is just underway. It's about 5 after 3. Green team leading it 2-1. First game ever played on the future George Brendler Field. Field to be dedicated on October 1st.
Hey, you can't take a picture of her changing her shirt. Worst conditions than that.
Corner kick. Bechard sends it up to the front line. And nice stop by Lefebvre. Green throw. Goal kick. Swing and a miss by Debbie Neverett Olds. She was just checking to make sure Lefebvre was awake, I guess. I guess they call it a handball. They're bringing it outside the box. King will kick it. I see Dupree's out kicking the ball around this half. I'll have to check and see who the green goalie is.
Minnie Green. Marlene
Marlene Green. Marlene Green is the goal for Green. And if it ain't, that's Judy. She'd blame her. Well, that ain't Marlene Green. I'm not responsible. Judy Bechard told me who it was. Meanwhile, at the other end, we have a goal kick. Amy Castine will throw it in. Back to Bouchard from Dupree.
She thinks she's discreet. I said, I hope the girls don't take it wrong that we want to go in because we're gone.
And LaFave will pick it up. Marcia Tremblay on the attack that time. Stunzy is her original name. Whoop. Hope her team was watching that. I'll tell my Sarah Hanfield story just once. Off the crossbar. And Sarah was one of them young modified players. I rode the bus, there's George Brendler. I rode the bus to one of the games, and she had the unfortunate situation of sitting with me, and about halfway through the trip she says, "You're a nice guy and everything, but I'd rather go sit with my friend Robin Rovers." So I said, "That's fine with me." So Sarah left me and went and sat with her buddy Robin. I've never been the same since. Saw her sister Anna at the homestead last week when we were there. Ooh, a little inadvertent handball.
I gotta run up to him and scare him.
Ready,
The first one for that one.
Hey, she just might score. Oh, hits LaFave right in the hands. If that had been LaFave, the first baseman, that would have been an error, but since it's LaFave, the goalie, it's a save.
Somebody needs to get up, Sarah!
Getting better view of the corner in this field than I thought I would get, so this is working out okay. This works out good. We can tape much better here than we can at Northeastern, where we have a very small window of opportunity. Back when I first started taping at Chazy, they had 2 soccer coaches, and they were the same height.
Short.
And we have them in our booth. This is quite an honor. George Brendler, who was taking my picture with Judy in the background. Judy must be completely blocked out. That's what you call an eclipse.
One change I see right off, Kelvin, is that your camera has gotten smaller.
As I've gotten bigger, the camera's gotten smaller, George.
Oh, that's it. No, I didn't want to say it that way.
This is George Brendler. This is how I see George right here.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Wouldn't be the same if you weren't here. You or Sam, or maybe an Acebo. No.
Sam, you send those.
Yeah, no. But it's great to have you here, and this is a great day for everybody, you know, in the community of Chazy, and it's an honor to have George here with us, you know, both of us talking about this alumni game. I was really happy to see so many of our girls here today. We have approximately, you know, there was 36 at start, so I think we ended up with 40. Some came a little late, but otherwise it's just so nice for the first annual, alumni. I think they're going to do it every other year. It won't be annual, but I know the boys have had a couple so far, so it's a big start for the girls here this year. The boys are supposed to go this evening with the boys' high school shortly after this game.
Well, I agree with Judy that this is a marvelous change. Of course, I'm going to knock our old field because we had a lot of tradition attached to that right behind the bleachers over there. But this is more professional. There's another goal.
Yeah,
These girls, by the way, the spectators were saying that, you know, for alumni, they're playing pretty quickly. Pretty good game. And a lot of people are getting out there, so... Anyway, the field is beautiful, but one of the things I wanted to mention was that I wanted to be sure somewhere I had a chance to say that this we had a unique situation, Judy Bechard and I, with many of these girls being in our program, that Judy and I worked from 75 to 89, so it's almost 15 years together, and the uniqueness of the soccer program. And these kids they don't realize it perhaps, but it was like total involvement with us, Judy and I, co-ed gym, and soccer, and we used to work together. I think at one time we actually scrimmaged with each other or practiced together. It was a very unique relationship that I think was I'm sure in many ways very helpful, but I just wanted to make that understood that we really thought it was a total effort. I think on both of our parts too. You know, a lot of time put in there, working together, sharing the facilities and the field and the equipment. It's something that perhaps can't be done the same way anymore. It can be done in a small school, and I am very pleased that I had that opportunity, and it's so nice to see the results of it over here. And the other thing I was going to mention is a number of people have commented on how Judy and I look about this time at our life. And I credit that to our phys ed and all the soccer that we played and all the training we had here. So I have some fond memories anyway of both programs. but especially ours, that changed so much after I left.
Yeah, that's so correct, George. I think, the students here, the players here really appreciate all we've done, and I thank you because I was a new kid on the block when I started the program, and you were always there for us and gave us so many opportunities, and to this day, everyone thanks you for that. But, this is what we have today, a great, continuous soccer program and good kids, and we're able to have the community out to enjoy everything.
Well, it's also nice that, after our time, I think that's something rewarding that, it's long after my time. I've been retired 16 years, hard to believe, but to see the program has continued. You are still in school, but you're not involved with the program, but yours is the same way, and it's and the numbers have grown, and the former players have come back and given of their time and participating in voluntary coaching and so on. So that is really nice to see. As you yourself, we forgot to say that you were a student from Chazy, so our own alumni come back and fill in, like Rob McCullough for the boys. It's kind of nice that we can go off and remember something good, and that's what this was, right? The athletic program, which we got to remember is only an avenue of education. That big building over there is for education, and we were just an avenue in which students could learn, and I think it was very successful that they went out, were successful, went to college, become coaches, or of course went to other jobs too, but so many of them have become coaches. I don't know about the girls, but in my case, they just want to do what they enjoyed with us because it was so nice.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, that's so true, because they've had enjoyed their time in soccer, and they want to share that time with other students or their children as well. I can remember like Christine Loring helping in the town, or Lisa King continuing the alumni program. Jessica Cordes, who's now was a soccer player, is coaching at the moment. She was a recent Chazy graduate. Rob, so many that's so true. I mean, they want to continue, and that's what what makes Chazy so special. That the families and the students in the past want to continue that with their children. So I think it's a unique situation here.
Well, this today is a little different, but I would say that on a Saturday, it's like a happening in town. Both girls and boys, youngsters, there's total involvement by the town. You come to Chazy, and everyone is at some game with the youth program, which is great, and that's what's perhaps maybe we both should feel good about that we were part of that, or maybe in some way contributed to it. But I'm proud to have been part of it, and to continue be able to come over here and see these games and be part of a nice little town. We're proud of Chazy.
Yeah. So true. Have the mic here. I also wanted to thank, I didn't know we received about, Helen Dragoon did an awesome job in help coordinating this alumni game. We developed a committee, so that's how it all started, and then to make this day a true success. And we have 2 more games later on, like I said, today. So.
When was the first year for girls soccer?
First year for girls soccer was 1979. We had a club team. We played our first scholastic or school game in 1980. We had field hockey from 1976 to 1979. We overlapped 1 year, where George took any students that were, actually Christine Lauren was the first girls soccer player, he took any of the students that were playing. They had a choice, and we made a decision to go soccer, but we wanted to finish field hockey by the 4th year. So we played field hockey for 4th year, and that was it. So we'd get the 4-year players through. And some of the field hockey players are playing soccer today because we wanted them to be a part of it, like Joanne Morris and Rondo Hagan were both field hockey players. But they were athletes, and pretty much the same kind of game as far as understanding of the game, different objects. But
yeah, that's forgotten about Christine Lauren. She played JVs JV boy with the JV boys for me. That
Yes.
1 year.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
that's right. And she was so happy to play because all her brothers and family played soccer, so she really she learned soccer from them, was taught soccer from them, and picked, wanted to continue that on. So it was nice that we were able to give her the opportunity with George taking her on the team and the girls finishing field hockey. So we made it work. In other
Well,
words.
the other thing with the field hockey players, if you recall, you had right after that first year that you played soccer, you had a very successful team. Those field hockey players had the skills. Oddly enough, you play field hockey. It's just like I used to say, play hockey, and you have the skills, well, at least the concepts
Right.
of passing for soccer.
Yep.
And many of our boys, as I recall, the better boy players in the early days were those that played hockey.
Yes.
So your field hockey girls became a great team.
That's
You had like the Trombley girls,
Yes,
right?
right, yep. Yes,
Marsha and
Mel
Melanie,
Trombley.
just offhand, I don't want
Yes,
to
yep.
exclude anyone, but they're an example that they were good soccer players too.
Oh, yeah.
And
So-
you gals were playing, those days, you were playing in the CVAC, as we did too.
Right,
You were
yep.
playing larger schools, and coming in I think you did very well. I do have one memory of playing in the sectionals. One of the things the girls had trouble with early on was scoring, if you recall.
Right.
And we were out there in Peru, and Christine Lauren was playing, I remember that, and we had the lights on the field trying to finish
Yes.
the
This
game so
that's
somebody would score.
That's true.
But that kind of changed later. They got a little more skilled, and
Yes.
they were aggressive, good, hard playing,
Yes.
but they didn't quite have,
Right.
in the early days, they didn't have the touch
Right.
to get that ball in.
I think in phys ed class, I helped them to understand the game by playing it in the class, but they never had opportunity to practice it. But then, after we worked with them a while, they were able to get the understanding of the scoring. And but you could tell they wanted to be in soccer, though, just and playing the game with their family and everything.
Now, to the CVAC, when did they start the girls' soccer program? Because I know they had field hockey too for quite a while.
Actually, I think they had at one point both games going. They had soccer and they had field hockey. Remember, the CBAC had more teams at that time. Like, I think they were divided. Half of them, I think 6 went field hockey, and then 6 went soccer. And then they finally decided, when we were the first school, I think, to change over.
Yep.
And then they went after us.
But they had, one of the big differences was you stayed, I believe you stayed in CVAC soccer when we switched leagues,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
We
did.
switched leagues, and we'd been playing these large schools, but the girls, the girls in the MVAC were pretty good back then. I remember Lake Placid, for instance, were
Oh, yes.
tough.
Yes.
And even to later years, like when my daughter Liz was playing in 85 or 84, 83, somewhere in there.
Yes, right.
We had some tough games with those
Yes,
gals because they
yes.
had been playing soccer
Soccer
for
for
years.
years, that's right, yes.
But we did well against them.
Yes,
and
we did,
you were
yep,
able to. The
yes.
girls you were able to win championships.
Championships, yes. I remember a specific girl in Lake Placid, Shelley Strack, always
Oh,
was
yes.
a very good athlete. And we were always, it was always in a championship game, I think for like 3 years in a row. It was Lake Placid and Chazy. So, but yeah, they had been playing in this, you're right.
But
in
you know, that indicates that we came into the league in 80 or 79, 80, you said?
Yes.
And they had been playing for years.
Yes.
And you were able to go and compete for the championship. So
Yes, yep.
we had, so someplace that
Yes.
soccer had caught on.
Yeah.
Even before you actually entered the
Right,
league.
yeah. And I think it was, again, it stems from the girls playing, with their either friends, who are guys that played, or family members and phys ed, what I'm saying, that they would always want to play something, and I think they didn't have a hockey stick, so they play soccer.
Right.
So
well,
that's,
some of them maybe not, maybe actually, since they played field hockey, they didn't do it. But a lot of the girls used to cheer for the soccer team.
That's right.
Now, I don't know.
You're right.
You
That's
may have
true.
been one.
I was a cheerleader. That's right.
Yeah, right. A girls'
1970,
soccer
yep.
cheerleader.
Yes.
And so some of them felt part of the game anyway.
Yes, you're right.
But and that's all they saw here. So apparently, it helped to catch on.
Yes, exactly. They had an understanding of the game from watching and viewing. And I know myself, I was a cheerleader, but I always played soccer in my backyard with my brothers who came through the program at Chazy. It was a CCIL. That was the name of the
Right.
league then, and all my three brothers played in CCIL. The others played for you, George. The other two in the
Right.
yeah,
Ricky
CBA,
and
Terry.
Terry.
Yeah.
You're talking about the CCIL. I think we can go back to Kelvin's days. I don't know if he played soccer. Kelvin?
No, never played any high school sports. I was busy with the cows at home.
No. Is that why you said the only thing Castines know is
Somebody wrote me that.
cows?
I forgot what I'd written. I said Northeastern was going to finish first and Chazy was going to be second. Somebody wrote me a letter and it said all Castines do know is cow spit, I'll say.
Right.
It was written
Well-
in pencil. So
Oh, okay.
Not a crayon, but pencil.
The CCIL.
Never signed your name, George.
Oh, yeah.
Not likely. I don't think I would do that. But the CCIL, you mentioned the CCIL. We were involved with 3 leagues. The CCIL, Clinton County Interscholastic League, was a unique thing that I think the educators were very proud of. The girls at that time, I'm somewhat getting off here at the topic, but the girls at that time were not involved in athletics, but they were involved in the league, in music, in one-act play, in public speaking. All of this was in the CCIL, and
You're right.
it was a very nice setup that people misunderstood. It really was academically oriented. Include everything, not just the sports.
Right.
And of course, it went by the wayside when we had the centralization. We lost those 6 schools.
That's true,
And
yes.
here we ended up. Chazy
Yes.
ended up with Dannemora left
Yes.
out of that league.
Yeah.
And
Saranac.
And
for a
Saranac, you're
year
right,
or so.
Saranac,
But
yeah.
then they went on their own.
Now, let's see if we can name the schools. St. Mary's,
Oh, St. Mary's, Champlain, and North and Moores.
Morris.
Right.
Ellenberg,
Ellenberg, Lion Mountain, and Altona.
Altona. Very good.
And each one of those teams used to give us a heck of a game.
Yeah.
Then they put them all together. So I said to Mr. Prue, this was for the boys, I said, well, Mr. Prue, don't be surprised if we're going to have a rough time, now that this has happened. And wouldn't you know it, we competed and very much, didn't dominate the league, but we competed very well in that league with those 2 stronger teams, NAC and NCCS. And you girls,
Yes.
but you girls didn't go that route first.
No.
Did you play NCCS?
And CCS, NCCS,
Yeah.
we played it with soccer the first year.
Okay, you
Remember
did.
the first year because we were kind of a club team too, so we played that. And then I think we became a regular league, and we were playing against Peru and all them. So Northeastern
did.
was there. Yep.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
you did play them.
Yeah, and field hockey too. Getting back to field hockey, we had it for 4 years, but the team was kind of unique because we didn't have a long history of field hockey. But what we did was the first year we were, a new team. The second year we improved. Third year we improved, and the fourth year we went to the co-championship.
So
The
you would have, if you stayed
yes,
with it, you probably would have
for field
dominated
hockey.
it.
Yep. So it was kind of nice, and we were playing in the CBAC with Peru and PHS and
Well,
Northeastern.
I felt, I'm not waving my flag, but I thought that by having the co-ed phys ed that we started in '75, where we had the boys and girls playing together, it kind of broke the ice that girls didn't get hurt playing, and it was
Exactly.
okay,
Yes, it was okay,
Because
yeah.
I remember early on that people were very nervous about that,
Yes.
just because of the anatomy or something, that the girls shouldn't run around and get hurt. That was
Right.
what wasn't ladylike. Well,
Yeah.
they did very well.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think that helped him.
And
That's one thing about the
They did not
girls.
become any less feminine.
No.
as a
Oh,
result.
no. No, I think
it's as
Obvious.
these girls show it right here. You're going back up to what I'd say, even some of these girls are from the '90s here. Oh, they're in
nice shot.
excellent shape, and they
Right.
stayed fit because of their sport.
Right,
So
exactly.
That speaks for itself. These
Yes.
girls, some of these girls play.
Oh, yes, I have a couple girls here from Boston, actually, and played in Boston, the Dragoon girls. Actually, Joanne, when she was there, Joanne Morris and Helen, both continued soccer in Boston area. So just to give you an idea, and other people are playing throughout the country, you know, either in collegiate teams or in club teams to this day, like, you know, the Chazy women's teams, like the men's teams are continue. So they love the sport, and it's a good way for them to be, like, continue our phys ed area, you know,
Well,
physical education.
This is the reward I feel we get from
Yeah.
having had a positive program, not just the soccer, but the positive program in phys ed, because they continued on. You know, they
Right,
continued
exactly.
playing.
Yep.
There's another girl I saw here, Chris Coolidge.
Oh, Christine
Now,
Coolidge, yes.
Christy Coolidge. Goes
Christy
back
Coolidge,
to,
yeah.
what, 86, 87, somewhere in there.
Yeah, early, actually, I think it was like, yes, I think you're right, 80, yep, that's about
And
right.
she said she's playing now. She was
Yes.
out in Ohio, Columbus, Ohio, which
Yes.
is a soccer hotbed, by the way.
Right.
She was playing in a mixed league, a mixed men's league. you know,
Co-ed
so-
league, yes.
Yeah, co-ed
Yes,
league.
that's right. That's she was the same era as Neil West, and I remember the
Right.
girls and boys played a lot together then.
Right,
Yeah, it was
right.
Colleen Dwyer, Neil West, Christine
Right.
Coolidge, yes.
Yeah.
And yeah, the co-ed league, and that's so important, you know, because you know, it just gives a enjoyment when your whole family can play all together almost, you know.
And you can continue
Yes.
with some limitations. You can
Yes.
continue playing
Yes,
for
yeah.
years.
I think
You
we,
gotta
yeah.
stay in shape, though.
Oh,
That's it.
absolutely.
You
We
can't-
know from our playing in school, you know, floor hockey and yes.
That's something else that
Yes.
you and I had the little league set up, kind of where we had a couple of boys that came in. We didn't have any girls for some reason in that, but eighth period, when I had twice a week where I had the eighth period off, we'd have it was Joe Coulombe and Derek Baker and Timmy Timmy Collins
Collins,
came, and in some way we always have 3-on-3
Three, yes.
soccer, and then we later changed it to
Floor hockey.
floor hockey. So in effect, I played with those high school kids the day of my last day of school, running around in the gym. So I give a lot of credit to the
Yes.
playing the game, just being able to stay fit.
Oh, yes. And we played hard, you know. It was.
These
no,
guys
go.
are breaking it open
yes,
here.
Yes.
Well, maybe next year more of the ladies will come out. You got to have
yes.
an icebreaker. And,
Oh, yes. Yep.
Like my daughter Liz
Oh, yes.
came
yes, yep.
a little while ago, but she could have been out.
Oh,
here.
yes. I would love to have Liz. I think, you know.
Girls are very sensitive about
Yes,
getting
yeah.
out there, and
Yes, yeah.
there are other girls that are in the bleachers.
Yes, that will be out there.
Well, Kelvin,
Well,
that's the end of the game.
yeah,
and our commentary.
Yeah,
It
thank
was
you
a
very
great
much.
day.
Yeah.
Successful one.
Yeah.
In the new Kelvin Scoop.
The new Kelvin Scoop, first game. Thank you so much, Kelvin.
Sam's Shack, thanks.
Well, that's in Osable.
Thanks to both of you, and
Well, I'm glad.
yes,
See you later.
all right. Having George and Judy here certainly helped the game to pass quickly. Nice to have them reminiscing about the early days of girls soccer. We taped our first game here in '85, and I think Christine Coolidge and Laurie Lefebvre and Audra Mazda and all those guys were on that team back then. So that's it. The women's alumni soccer game at Chazy, September 3rd, 2005. Thanks for watching, and for those of you supporting Hometown Cable, a fun time was had by all. It's nice to see a game end and everybody smiling and enjoying each other's company. And I guess they're going to enjoy each other's company later on today after the men's game. They're all heading down to a local restaurant to further enjoy each other's company. Thanks for watching Hometown Cable. We've been at the site of the future George Brendler Soccer Field. Thanks for watching and supporting our efforts.